Welcome to the People Behind Property podcast, brought to you by O'Brien Real Estate. In this series, we shine a light on the personal stories, career journeys, and expert insights shaping Australia's real estate market. Meet the agents, the industry leaders, and the voices behind the O'Brien network, because here it's personal. So let's dive into today's conversation. Today I'm joined by Luke Magree, the driving force behind Frankston's #1 real estate team. In 2023, Luke was named #1 agent for growth in the entire O'Brien network, #3 for most properties sold, and Frankston's #1 agent on both realestate.com and domain.com.au. His name has been synonymous with service, strategy and premium results across the Mornington Peninsula, from his competitive basketball days in the USA to his commitment to community causes here at home. Luke's story is one of ambition, collaboration and giving back. Luke, welcome to the podcast, mate.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
You like that intro?
Love it. Love it.
Mate, let's jump into this, because I'm excited to have you on the podcast, and I know a lot of people are going to want to hear your story, because you're still a young guy. And
25.
25 and what you've been able to do between the ages of 18 and 25 is amazing. So I won't spend too much time on this, because I think we had a quick chat on the phone. You didn't want me to talk about basketball or anything like that. But, let's start with that. So, the competitive basketball, did any of those years in the USA, did they shape your discipline or mindset in any way? Or
100%.
Did that come later?
Yeah, 100%. I love basketball ever since I was a little kid.
Yep.
Very competitive. And
that's right, because you mentioned the Lakers. You're going.
I'm going. Just booked it in October. So we'll watch LeBron and Steph Curry at crypto.com this year.
Because he wouldn't have too much time left.
No, he's 41. It's incredible he's still going. So that's been actually something I've been meaning to do. It's surreal. I booked those tickets this morning.
Yep. Literally this morning.
Yeah. Just now. They've just come out now. And that's something that I've been dreaming to do since I was a kid. So that was surreal. Yeah.
That's amazing. And, when you think about it, real estate's given you that opportunity in some way, hasn't it? Like
100%.
Yeah. So discipline and mindset, did you think so a lot of what you were doing, even though you were young, but did that kind of help?
Yeah, I was obsessed with basketball. I used to train before school, after school. I used to catch the bus home at 10, 11 o'clock at night, and Mum let me do it. But ever since I was a little kid, I was obsessed with basketball.
Yep.
And I took it as far as I could. It got me to America. I went to a prep school, Woodstock Academy in the US. And that was good. That taught me a lot of life lessons. But also what it taught me as well was, although I'd given it everything I could, I was not good enough to make money from it.
Yeah.
I'm 6'1", and
you got some fair shoulders on you. Maybe rugby or gridiron.
I don't know. No, I took it as far as I feel like I could have taken it. But I realised some of my teammates now, they are, making lots and lots of money playing basketball. And I realised...
Did you play at all, like here or no?
No, I played here as a kid.
But
then when I was 16, I went over there and finished my high school there. And then I came back. And that was really good. That sort of gave me a lot of exposure to the world. And, I got to, meet people from all over the world, and relationships I still have today, which is cool. Yeah. But the biggest thing it gave me was... just the mindset that it takes to be the best at something. Whatever it is. So I knew when I came back, I sort of probably came back with a bit of a chip on my shoulder to a degree, just because I wanted to channel that competitiveness and that drive into something. And sales was what I picked. And 5 years later, I'm here.
So let's talk about that chip on your shoulder. How long did that stay? So when you come back to Melbourne, you got into sales, real estate sales?
Straight away, yeah.
Was the initial part of that kind of, the attitude wasn't quite right? Like, when did it kind of tip where you thought, no, I've got to change my attitude, and, I've got to, to be a top performer, something's got to change? Yeah,
I had to take on a growth mindset, and I had to accept that I'm an impatient person by nature, very impatient. And real estate is not something you can be impatient about, but it takes a while to get the snowball sort of. I say it to my guys all the time. Like, momentum in real estate is like a snowball, and consistency, staying in the same place, at being on time every single day, presented well for years and years and years. That's by far, like, that means so much in this industry. And that I had to be really patient, which I didn't like. But it's paying off now, which is really good.
It absolutely is. You spoke about understanding the opportunity that you're blessed with how's that philosophy kind of carried you in real estate? Like just being, I suppose, being grateful.
Yeah. I talk about it with my wife, Sophia. We're a Christian household, and we got a little girl now. So we're trying to, everything that we do nowadays, we're trying to look at it from that perspective, and being grateful, particularly in the times that things have sort of, everything's hit the fan and things are not going well.
Yep.
And as you know, in real estate, it can be like that in 24 hours, the roller coasters of emotions you can go through in this industry and just in life, but trying to be grateful in the times that it feels like the world's collapsing in on you and the pressure's really, really high, or something really bad has happened.
Yeah.
Trying to be grateful in those times, I'm finding has helped me grow as a person.
Yeah.
It's easy to be grateful when you've just won a really good award, or you've just had a really big quarter or a month. It's easy to be grateful then, but being grateful when, everything...
Because it can be lonely in business sometimes, can't it? Like, talk to me about... how old's Serafina, by the way, now?
About to turn 1 soon.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I actually just reminded me, because that auction, we'll never forget it, because you were up all night.
Yeah.
And you got a big round of applause, because I told everyone your dad like hours earlier.
Yeah.
That was a special day.
She was born at 3 a.m. on a Friday night, and we had an auction like 7 or 8 hours later on a Saturday, and I was there.
And you can't even see straight. You're just on cloud nine.
Yeah. It was. I can't even remember it, but it was a good. Luckily, it was a good auction, and I didn't have to do too much.
No, it was. You set it up well. I'm gonna say. What was the vision when you started building the Magree team? Because that keeps building. Yeah. What was the original vision, and where are you taking it?
I wanted to be the best in my marketplace and the best at O'Brien's. Yeah. That's without a shadow of doubt, that's what I want. I still want it. Yeah. And that's what I'm going for.
Yeah. That's awesome. I love the conviction.
Yeah.
How do you create synergy within the team so it feels like it's a single unified force? And I think that comes from you. Yeah. How do you do that?
I try and be stupidly generous to my team.
Yeah. Give us some examples of that.
Oh, well, it just randomly, we got Matt, our suit guy, he comes in, I'll just get him a suit. If they do something well, suit is like my current, a new suit.
Just like measure up.
Yeah, it's like the currency in this, because I remember when
he makes good suits.
Yeah, he does, but I remember when I started, I'd go through like a new suit every month, because I could only afford to get the cheap ones that tear and stuff. Out of them, I try to compensate them really, really well. If I try to be flexible with the hours that they work, if they need it. And funnily enough, they are just as dedicated as me, and they don't even take me up on all the things that I try and offer them. And we just try and have a servant heart with each other. Yeah. Everyone in the team. I say it all the time. We've all just got to have a servant heart for each other. Yeah. And funnily enough, there's no greediness within our team.
Yeah. I think that descriptor, just servant heart, it says it all, doesn't it?
Yeah. That's the model. That's what we want to do. We want to have a servant heart with each other.
Yeah. It is a very competitive market down here. Mm-hmm. How do you maintain your position at the top? I was talking to Tia a bit about this before, but you have to work harder, don't you?
Yeah.
How do you kind of maintain?
Well, you also have to work smarter as well. Yeah. Having a growth mindset, to get a result you haven't currently got, you got to start doing stuff that you're not currently doing. Yeah. And I'm very proactive in seeking out from people that are doing the numbers that I want to do.
You are. We've spoken about it too. Yeah. Like, you're always looking for that new mentor you can plug into.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I don't currently, if I've just written 1.7 for this financial year, I don't currently know what it takes to write $3 million. No. I don't know. Yep. There's going to have to be things I have to do on a daily basis I'm not currently doing. Yep. So the way that I have found is, why don't I just ask someone who's writing $3 million exactly what they do, and then invest ahead of the curve, do what they're doing, and that's just what I've done the whole time. I've just started doing things that the top performers are doing, and the results follow from
I know you're doing some work with Adrian Bowe. Are you still doing that?
Yeah, he's my coach.
How's it going?
He's fantastic. Bowie, I love him. He's good.
Yeah.
And Josh Fegan as well. I send him I send Josh Fegan and Adrian Bowe my numbers every week, and I get feedback on them for the team. And keeps us all accountable,
Fantastic,
and it keeps.
So you've got a good accountability in there for yourself.
It just keeps the results objective, regardless of how I'm feeling on a weekly basis. Those feelings are irrelevant. The numbers just don't lie.
Yeah, exactly. You're really linked to premium results in this marketplace. What is premium, and what does that look like? How do you practice that?
Just everything. It's funny. Like every Saturday I talk to me and my team. Saturday's game day in this industry, and I talk to the team every day, and I ask them to ask themselves the question. It's a hypothetical, but if you were able to interview every single buyer that came through an open home in Frankston today, buyers look at multiple homes with multiple agents. If you were able to hypothetically interview every single buyer who saw an open home in Frankston today, and you got to ask them the question, who was the most professional and team that you met today, and who was the agent that if you had to sell a home you would use? Because I see open homes as an interview.
Of course.
And I put that question to the team, and there's no exact answer to that question of like what makes that really, really good service on a Saturday. It's a bunch of different things. Is your board straight? Is it folding over and it's damaged? Are you wearing?
Isn't it?
That's it. Are you presented well? Is there music on in the open home? Is there two agents at the open home that have got smiles on their face? Do you know the statistics about the home? Do you know what the body corporate is? It sounds like basic stuff, but it's are you sharp with your knowledge, and is everything about your open home sharp? Is your follow-up sharp? Are they receiving a call from you Saturday afternoon instead of Monday afternoon?
Do you do Saturday afternoon calls?
Of course, By Monday afternoon, me and my team have texted the buyers twice and called them twice. Every single buyer we've met on Saturday.
And it is a hot market down here, so you got a lot of volume of people going through.
It doesn't matter. We just don't go home on Saturday till it's done. That's a non-negotiable. And
that's called winning Saturdays.
And because if you meet 150 people on a Saturday, I see that as 150 people interviewing you. Even if they're a first home buyer, you just never know. Their parents might own a home around the corner. You never know.
Speak to Luke. They did meet him today, etc. That's really good. Can you share a specific innovation or approach your team has or used that makes a big difference with results? Could be anything.
I think elite buyer work and elite follow-up. I send a stupid amount of text messages every day. I think it's an underrated tool. A lot of old school agents will say, no, don't text, call or door knock.
You just do all
there's no right or wrong answer.
No.
You got to something done. You just got to just do it. I send a lot of texts every single day, and I think that's just one of the things that I do, and I've got templates for everything. I've got a pre-appraisal template that I text. I've got a post-appraisal template that I text. I've got a template for everything.
You use the forms and stuff as well.
Just in the notes in my phone. I just copy and paste, put in the first name and the template.
Off it goes,
That's it. It's a process.
How do you balance tried and tested sales fundamentals? We know the real estate's a people business. How do you balance that with new ideas, technologies, and everyone's talking about AI and all this sort of stuff? But at the end of the day, what's the most important thing to you with all of these things coming at you all the time?
There's new products. I get pitched multiple things every day by people calling me. I've given a lot of them a go, to be fair, and I've got a really open mindset with these things. If it's going to give me a competitive edge, I want to give it a go. I've tried every product under the sun. I've wasted money on some of them as well, but I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. My wife Sophia's not, but I'm okay to, just a little bit of trial.
If it gives you an edge or saves you some time.
That's it. You just never know. So I've got a really open mindset with that stuff, and you never know what the next thing is going to be that's going to help you push the needle in your team, and also help your sellers get more money for their house. That's at the end of the day. I think agents complicate this too much. If someone's selling a home, it doesn't matter how old, how young, what colour, what sexuality you are. None of that matters.
No.
Greediness comes into it, and they want the agent that's going to get them the most money every time. That's literally all that matters. So unless it's in alignment with that, I won't make a brand decision for my personal brand that's not in alignment with that.
No, fair enough. How many in your team at the moment?
4.
4.
Yeah. So
Yep.
4 excluding me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So 5 including.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
You're recognised as number 1 agent for growth in our network.
Yeah. It was a couple of years ago though.
That's
I think
right.
there's someone else now.
I don't know. It's all about you, mate. But you're up there all the time, and you're growing, and you're on this trajectory. Given you've just done 1.7 in the last fin year. Well, what do you think's driven you and continues to drive you? I know you want to get to 3. So is that the driving factor, or is it about other things?
Yeah, every financial year I just set a goal that is scary,
Yeah.
and luckily enough I've hit it every single time. This financial year, I don't know if you remember on a podcast earlier this year, I was really tired because the baby was just born.
Oh, yeah.
And Stavros asked me the question, or I said publicly, I'm going to write 1.5 this year.
Yeah.
And that was this time last year.
Yeah.
And that was scary for me to say that, but and I've done it. And I'll probably do the same thing again this year.
Did you want to publicly say something?
I'll hit 2.
Yeah, okay.
Go for 2.
There we go.
I want to break 2, and then the year after that I want to break 2.5, and then the year after that I'll break 3.
And to achieve that, you're not necessarily thinking about that because it's still about the clients and the people and how you work with them.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, because that's the most, as you said, that's the most important.
100%. Yeah.
You rank so highly for properties that you've sold, and online performance is a huge achievement. What role does consistency play in that, would you say?
Huge. Yeah. We don't. I'm only learning now, 5 years into it, how to have that balance, because each person is different. I'm not someone that I think could have that daily balance of picking up the kids from school. Not yet, anyway.
No.
Not at the chapter I'm life at.
No.
That I'm at anyway.
25,
So I've found that in order for me to have a break, I've actually got to get out of the country because I can't and get into a different time zone. I can't help myself otherwise. If leads are coming in, I can't help myself. Whereas if I'm overseas and the time zone's different, I've found that's the only way. So me and my wife, we just book a holiday every 3 or 4 months just for a week or 2. But when I'm here and I'm in my marketplace, I'm on, and I can't help it.
Focus, No, it makes sense. What's a milestone you're most proud of that it's not measured by an award, so it's nothing to do with awards?
Getting married and being a dad.
There you go.
Yeah,
that's $1 million one, isn't it?
I'm proud. Awesome. I'm proud to be married, starting a family at 25.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not.
Was that something even? Was it on your roadmap at all at 25?
No.
You must be proud of yourself. It's not easy at 25, and in this day and age, it's a very different world that we live in.
It's the best thing I've ever done, ever. Yeah, it's amazing. It gives you no award, no GCI, nothing could give you the fulfillment when you come home and see a little mini me running around. And then
he's got big blue eyes too, hasn't he?
Yeah. That's the best.
No, well, congratulations.
Thank you.
That's an awesome achievement. You often talk about working with like-minded individuals and businesses. How do you find and nurture those partnerships? Like, obviously, you've found your place here working under Andrew Milne and all of that.
He's the Michael Jordan of real estate, Andrew Milne.
There you go.
Yeah. I'm very lucky to have him as my boss. Yeah. He's incredible. Yeah. He's taught me everything I know.
He's nearly 40 years in the business, isn't he?
Yeah, the MJ of real estate. That's what I call him.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
MJ of real estate. I want to call him that next time.
Yeah.
So, look, here's one that I suppose at 25, you've got a lot to offer other young people that want to get into real estate. What advice would you give other agents, on building genuine mutual, that want to get into real estate, and how should they go about it? And, given where you've come from, you've probably you've achieved a lot more than what you thought you were going to. And now you can see it. You've just got the momentum.
Yeah. The advice I would give, I would actually give the advice, don't go into real estate unless you've decided that is 150% what you want to do for the rest of your life. Don't have a plan B. And because the reality is, going into real estate, unless you're going to make a certain amount of money, this is a reality, unless you're going to make a certain amount of money, it's actually not a great job, in my opinion. Unless you're going to push the needle and really push yourself.
Because it's
and
performance-based, isn't it?
Well, that's the thing. And you can make great money in jobs where you can clock off at 5. Real estate, you cannot do that.
No.
And it takes a good 5 years of being obsessed until you actually start really, really feeling the rewards of it. So that's my genuine advice. Don't go into it unless you really want to do it, because the top 5-10% of agents make 95% of the income.
Yeah.
Do
you think like the attitude you had towards basketball until you kind of realised you may not make the cut just because it's so competitive, bringing that into real estate, it's kind of the same, isn't it? Like, you know, you're just bringing that attitude into real estate.
Well, in basketball, it's more genetics. I'm a 6'1" white guy.
It's like trying to be a Grand Prix driver or something. You're just not going to do it.
That's it. Whereas I like real estate because you start at zero. You make the exact amount of sales that you deserve to make.
Yep.
You make the exact amount of income that you deserve to make.
Yep.
And no one can argue with that. All the income that you make every year is sitting out there in the houses in your marketplace.
Yep.
So there's just
people need help.
That's it. People need help, and there's no excuse. So that's what I like about it is.
And it's a stressful time for people, and I think your job, the real estate, is about trying to normalise it and take some of the emotion out to help them get through it.
Yeah, and you've got to give people confidence. Yeah. You've got to give people confidence to act. And confidence is one of those things that you can sense it on someone without even hearing them speak. You can sense whether they actually back what they're saying or not, just by the conviction that they walk with, the conviction they talk with. And I think instilling confidence in sellers is a big part of what we do.
Definitely, yeah.
They can smell it on you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think you do hold that posture really well.
I try to.
Yeah, you do a good job. O'Brien Foundation, mums supporting families in needs. What's drawn you to some of those causes? Like, you're obviously doing a little bit in the community.
Yeah. Heather Hill Football Club as well. I sponsor them. I'll be there on Friday night.
Fantastic.
It's their last game of the season. Yeah. I think it's important. It's important just to give back to the community that you work in, and pick some causes that obviously you hold close to your heart, so they get the attention that they deserve. There's so many great causes. Yeah, my wife is a big believer. You know, Tia's got her selections as well. As an office, we've selected some things that are in our community and sort of near and dear to us.
Yeah, that's awesome. How do you balance those? Like, you got your community commitments, you've got Team Magree, you got family. Like, how do you make all that work?
Sometimes I don't make it work. Yeah, that's the truth. Sometimes it doesn't work, and I've got to have a deeper meaningful with my wife, or she's got to have one with me, and we've got to book a holiday, or we've got to. We don't have a perfect. It's not a perfect road to success. So I try to balance it the best I can. I would love to give my own health and fitness a lot more time than I'm giving it. I've always got things that I'm just trying to honestly self-reflect on. It's not perfect at the moment, but I'm working on it. Yeah.
No, I think that's a really good insight for people to hear. It's not always that easy to balance all those things. Spinning plates, if you will.
Yeah, it's not. No.
Look, last question, mate. What's the next 3 to 5 years look for the Magree team and just your life in general?
I want to probably I've got a GCI goal of 3 that I want to achieve in the next 2-3 years. And I want to do that efficiently, and I want to have a happy and healthy life along with that. That's what I'm focused on. I want to have a happy, healthy life, and efficiently write that sort of level of money. And I want every single person in my team to make income they're really, really excited about. That's my goal.
And seems like to me like you've got the mentors in place. Like, you've always got that platform. It's not just you. You're plugged into people to ensure you've got a pathway to do that.
I have to. I don't know how to do it. I've never done it, so I don't actually know how to do it.
And one last piece of advice for agents that are just kind of stuck, that are still trying to find their way.
New listings solve everything. There's no. That's when in doubt, when frustrated over a deal falling over, when frustrated about one of your competitors headhunting your PA, or whatever happens in this business, go and list 10 in a week, and that'll solve everything. It literally solves everything, and you can.
Once you're standing on doors, you're meeting more people.
That's listing solves everything, and that's just the business we're in.
Yeah. Well, Well, Luke, it's been fantastic having you on the People Behind Property, from the lessons you've brought over from elite sport to the way you've built a marketing leading team. It's clear your success is much about mindset and collaboration as it is about the numbers. Thanks for sharing your journey and insights with us today. And we'll be watching closely to see where the Magree team goes in the future.
Thank you.
Mate.
Thanks for having me.
Great.
Thank you.
Well done.